Hello everyone, this is Aoi Momo. As you can see, the Tia banner is out today, so we're gonna try to pull for her and compare her with the bunny duel and see which duel support is actually better. Yeah, so let's do it. I don't really have too much resources though. So if this fails, I'll just have to trade for her with the gold voucher, which is like really not... Ooh, gold on the first 10x? Holy crap. Let's see. Oh, just one. Let's see. 4, 5. Don't whiff, missile this. Tia. Yes! Oh, great. Alright, awesome. That, yeah, that ended pretty quickly. Okay, good. So, yeah. Nice. Okay. Yeah, so we lucked out. Okay, great. Yeah. Well, that was quick. Okay, so let's quickly put her into the test. Yeah. Okay, and yeah, so I quickly put her into the synchro level and gave her some quick equipment. I leveled her skills up to 4 as a low investment build, so this is easily achievable. Anyways, let's quickly go over her skills. Activates when recovering covers HP. So I think this would work with characters like Litter, with Cocoa, or Biscuit maybe. And then obviously it will work with Naga. And this one will give this would be her skill cooldown reduction, because this thing goes on 40 seconds with 2 times. So with 2 of these, it'll lower it down to 20 seconds, which will make her able to burst through every cycle. And then activates after landing 5 normal attacks, covers max HP 23.8% of the caster's max HP, lasts for... Okay. So this is the max HP. I don't know if this will work with this one, to be honest. I don't think it does, because this is more like a noise's burst skill, which just increases the maximum amount, doesn't actually recover. And it activates when using burst skill, recovery of... Yeah, so this is just related to the cover HP, so not too important, I would say. And then recover 19.34. Yeah, so these I don't think that's not too much, since she's just a defender, so it wouldn't really depend on her for damage anyway, so this recovery isn't gonna do too much. The taunt is interesting. We'll have to see if she will be able to survive on harder content, but I think this one is fine as long as you're not in like super high intensity combat. Affects self, and then this is generate a shield, so this is very good. Yeah, and then yeah, so this is just shield. I mean, overall, the only thing that she gives is this attack damage multiplier thing. I think this is in a multiplier of its own, so this is actually gonna be good. Anyways, let's put her into the test at the Union. Okay guys, so this will be the team that we will use as a test. We will switch these 2 out for the bunny twins later as a comparison to see the overall DPS. This is the shooting range, so I mean overall it'll be a good indicator to see like just how much damage each of these would provide. My bunny girls skill levels are actually a little higher, so this isn't like a fully fair comparison, but if we see good results from this, then that would mean these dual supports is actually possibly better than the bunny twins. Oh wow, what the... Oh okay, yeah, that was Tia's burst skill. Basically it restarts burst 1 phase, so she's kind of like a burst 0 character. And this is also the one issue with her, in that it requires another burst 1 unit to run with her. Otherwise, the team is kind of bricked. Yeah, so with Modernia, I think the core hit part is actually super good. Oh yeah, I forgot to check the buffs. Let's see. Does any of them have buffs right now? Let's see. Yeah, this is this one. And then this is when, okay, so we'll check when there's a shield applied. Okay, we got the shield. Alright, so yeah, see this, yeah, so we have the 2 core damage up. And yeah, the damage looks pretty good. But I mean, Alice misses a lot of shots in this map because when she's traveling, she's still letting go of the shot during her burst mode. But I mean, it's gonna be the same with the bunny twins too, so it's overall it'll be a pretty fair comparison. So I would say with Alice's damage, it would actually be a better indicator because Modernia's would have some RNG to it. Okay, so 72 million and 144 million. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Okay, let's see. Now let's switch to the bunny twins. Honestly, I'm not sure which one would be better, to be honest, right now. Like, yeah, I get that. Oh my god. Yeah, you see that? There's like 2 or 3 shots that were completely wasted for Alice while she was traveling through the air. So if you manual it, it'll be better, but I mean, I have boomer hands, so I really can't. Yeah, it would actually be worse. But Modernia does like a ton of core hits, so I imagine she would be the biggest benefactor in terms of getting an effect from the core damage up that Naga provides. Oh wow, this one's gonna... Yeah, so from just eyeballing it, that's a huge difference in the core damages. But we'll leave it on to the final result to see exactly how big of a difference. Earlier it was 72 million and 144 million. I have a funny feeling Modernia might be the same amount of damage maybe, but Alice seems to have a big difference. Yeah, so moment of truth. Let's see. So 57 damage on Alice and 138 million on Modernia. Now this is partly because the burst mode on Modernia is kind of RNG in the shooting range. But with Alice, it's actually pretty clear that the damage is lowered by quite a bit. Like almost like a 15 million damage difference. So yeah, that's actually pretty significant. So I think with the Naga Tia duel, if there is like a Nikke that really depends on core hits, like Alice, the boost would be pretty significant. And also keep in mind that my bunny twins, their skills are actually much higher, and my Nor, it's you know that this is also level 8, this is level 5. And this is level 6, so it's not completely comparable to the Naga and Tia duel, which are just for like 444 on both. Yeah, so there is definitely more room for improvement on Tia and Naga duel. Yeah, so it seems like Alice actually takes the most benefits from the Naga and Tia duel, and Modernia actually didn't seem to take as much benefits from the Naga and Tia duel as I had expected. But we can give it another test. Okay, so let's try to do a mock battle with the special interception, and let's see if there is a difference in the DPS. Oh yeah, that has core hits. Okay. So this is about like 1,000,000 damage per shot. Down to 700, 8,000. Oh boy. So I think Tia missed her burst just now. Oh crap. No! Ooh, that was close. Okay, we killed it. Okay, so with the Tia Naga duel, the Alice and Modernia killed the boss in 55 seconds. They did 22 and 32, almost 33 million damage. Okay, now let's take a look at if we swap these two out for the bunny twins. This is now with the bunny twins. I put Modernia last so that she wouldn't burst because I find her single target damage to be better than when she uses her burst. And this would also be able to show off the full capabilities of the bunny twins compared to earlier during the shooting range where I put Modernia in the beginning so she would actually be bursting. Gotta get rid of these. And yeah, it only took 47 seconds. I mean, keep in mind that the Naga and Tia duel again wasn't as high level in terms of skills as the Blank and Nor duel right now. But I mean, 8 seconds is actually pretty significant. They did generally about the same damage. Alice did a little bit more than Modernia this time, but I mean, overall, I feel like maybe the Blanc and Nor team is actually a bit more versatile compared to Naga and Tia team, which I initially thought about. So yeah, yeah, why don't we let's give this another try just to see if the effects is the same. I'm gonna just cut right to the end so that we don't have to keep looking at the same battle over and over again. Yeah, so 47 seconds. So this is pretty consistent in that it's about like 8 seconds quicker. So let's do one more test with the Naga and Tia duel. We'll skip over the battle again just to save some time. And see you when we get to the result. Okay, so we're back. Yeah, this time it was 52 seconds. So there is pretty much a 5-second difference, 5 to 8 second difference between the two. I also had to retry once because I tried to look at the tanking capabilities of Tia, and it turns out that she wasn't even able to tank one full wave of the missiles with her shield up. So she tanked the first one and she dodged some of them, but then like she lost like most of her HP. She couldn't even survive the whole fight after that, so I had to restart. And after this restart, she still was taken down pretty low, and this is with me taking out all of the missiles too. So I feel like the survivability part of Tia might actually be an issue, where you actually might have to run someone else instead of Litter, like maybe even a healer, just so you can keep Tia up while doing damage with the other units. And also another thing I noticed that with Tia, her even though she has the cooldown skill on her skill 1, it's actually not enough. There was a few times where the burst gauge is already full and Tia was still at like a 3 or 4 second cooldown, so Litter ended up going before her and she completely missed that full burst round. And this way Tia and Naga would not actually work, because Tia is burst 1, she has to initiate the burst mode, but because sometimes she's on cooldown, the second burst 1 character would actually go burst first, and because of that Tia would basically be useless for that round, and as a result of that, Naga would be useless as well, because 2/3 of her kit ended up being locked up because Tia is not able to burst. So I think with Tia and Naga, you also have to think about cooldown reduction type units, maybe like Volume or Dorsey. These type of units with like massive amounts of cooldown reduction that might help with Tia, because Tia being burst 1, this issue becomes very apparent, and as soon as she misses it, that whole full burst round, you lose all of these buffs. So there's a stability issue here that I see, and on top of that, you know, the battle time is a bit longer, so you could tell that they are not killing the monster as fast. Yeah, so this is actually pretty unexpected. I brought the 2 units I thought would benefit the most from Tia and Naga, and the results actually the opposite of what I expected. So I guess the Bunny Twins are still pretty much the best ones. I mean, Tia and Naga, with this one, I feel like there's a bit of optimization you have to do with the second burst 1 character. Let's try again with Dorsey this time, just to see if the full burst issue is resolved. Yeah, let's quickly go through it. I'll let you guys know what happens after the fight. Okay, and we're back. This time I used Dorothy, as she, I think, has the most amount of cooldown reduction for burst mode, and even then on full auto Tia was not able to get her burst off on the second turn, and she was like 2 seconds off, I believe, and also she kept dying, so I retried like 3 times on full auto. I couldn't do it, and the last time we cleared with this is me on manual mode with Tia. The timer is 48 seconds, but that's because it's Dorothy, you know. But I mean, if I use Dorothy on the Bunny Girl team, it would probably be faster than this. So, yeah, so this stability issue is really problematic. Also, Tia and Naga's healing is definitely not enough to sustain Tia from getting killed by the bosses. So, her taunt actually kind of goes against her, unless you actually have a dedicated healer on top of Naga to keep the team up. But I think the main concern right now is that Tia's cooldown is actually, you know, too exact, to the point where like doing this in full auto is actually not a good idea, because Tia would constantly miss her burst. This is yeah, this is actually a big problem. I think this is a design oversight by the devs. But yeah, I mean, like, so far I feel like it's a lot more underwhelming than I initially anticipated, mostly because of the flaw with her skill 1, making her not be able to burst every time, and also the sustained overall is pretty lacking, so that they actually need outside help to keep themselves alive on just like a special interception, which for me is pretty easy already. So yeah, can't say I am too impressed. I mean, I think they gave a pretty good boost to Alice, but it's not enough to justify like the issues that these two bring right now. So yeah, I feel like on manual mode maybe these two can work, and perhaps even surpass the Bunny Twins in certain situations. But on full auto, I feel like this is not a good idea. This is a troublesome duo that because mostly because of Tia not really working as intended. So yeah, this is a problem. Yeah, so this is, I guess, the first impression I have about the tool. They're good, but Tia has major flaws right now, and I don't know if they'll fix it later on, but as it is right now, we really need to think about how to lower her cooldown to a point where she can consistently burst without dropping it on full auto, because otherwise she's only usable in like manual mode or like full auto, but with you controlling the burst button. So yeah, I still say you should pull for Tia if you already have Naga, because they work as a duo. You might as well have them. If you haven't pulled neither of them, I would say hold off until they go into the regular pool, unless you really need supports and you don't actually have the bunny twins. Yeah, so I guess that's it for today. I'm a little sad that this didn't work out as I had initially thought. So yeah, if you guys like this type of content, like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next Nikke video. Goodbye now.